kind of the next big part of this conversation that I'm sure everyone here really wants to hear about: search engine optimization. So definitely when it comes to SEO, WordPress really reigns supreme over the other website platforms. When I did the Alignable Education webinar just 2 weeks ago, we were comparing the platforms, and some people got a little upset with me. They were like, "Oh, I can't believe that you're saying Squarespace isn't as good as WordPress when it comes to SEO." Yeah, the proprietary website platforms, they're making progress, and they're definitely getting better when it comes to search engine optimization, and at least having like the core kind of foundation for SEO in place. But it's really hard to compete with WordPress. WordPress has all these amazing tools for SEO, rank math, and Yoast, and even Jetpack has some really great tools lately. So it's really obvious for any business who really is trying to focus on having a strong search engine presence. It's the reason why most web developers are going to recommend WordPress to you. But really, when it comes to SEO, it's an ongoing process. It requires a lot of effort and time and strategy, more importantly, to really kind of make the gains that you want for your business. So here's just a couple of kind of like important, a little checklist here for everyone that I just wanted to break down. And this is the kind of stuff that I do when I'm maintaining a website for a business and helping them kind of grow their Google SEO, outreach. So, what I call the Google SEO essentials: your titles, descriptions, meta, and alt tags. This is just going through every page of your website, especially if you're using a tool like Yoast. Makes it really straightforward to do. Just to go in and optimize all of those, effectively write them, make sure that they're the correct lengths. And Yoast helps you do all of that. It's really great. That's kind of like the big one. That's like the important, kind of first step. Also just installing Google Sitekit. So you have analytics and Search Console and all the important metrics kind of like built into your website. And that your domain and your sitemap is verified with Google. Also really important. Hey, Maria, I just see the chat. Rank math is also very, very, very good. And it's one that I highly recommend also. I'm talking more about Yoast today because I think Yoast is kind of more common for most people. On the technical SEO side, robots.txt and XML sitemaps, you can accomplish this with Yoast, Rank Math, or Jetpack. And then when you're going into the individual pages of your website, you can use these tools to figure out your focus keyword and more of your on-page and content optimization as well. Kind of part of that conversation, making sure that your headlines and your content are structured correctly for Google standards. And then kind of as you develop your on-page SEO out more over time, you can begin to do things like keyword research and more advanced content writing to really get the most out of, sort of like your page relevancy. So over time, this acronym is becoming more and more important and more known now, even to business owners. EEAT optimization, which is your experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. This is kind of how Google sees your website, both as an authority on sort of like the topics that you talk about, how much Google can trust you based on the quality of the content that you're putting out all the time, your personal experience and how much sort of like you kind of like talk about like, your years invested in this and the services you provide, and understanding like that you know what you're talking about. So that over time, the more that you're increasing your EEAT optimization, Google knows that, hey, we can actually like, kind of recommend this content more, and that's also going to help you rise in the ranks. And again, using tools like Yoast, certainly Rank Math as well, you can really kind of be empowered to make, these decisions right from your WordPress backend. Kind of continuing the conversation on search engine optimization here, I really wanted to also just highlight, what is WordPress most known for? Effective blogging, right? So, really when it comes to blogging, it's a big part of the search engine optimization conversation, because you can use blogs to really gain so much traction with the search engines. And especially for that EEAT optimization, and also just publishing active content, and new content all the time. The best way to do that is through a blog. So if you're maintaining an active and effective blog, you are going to gain relevancy, and you're going to just really, kind of expand the footprint of your website with search engines. So just really kind of diving into a little checklist here for blogging. Be topic focused, talk about your expertise in your industry and with your services. Within those sort of like topics and within those posts, tell your personal stories and share your experience. Super important, especially now with a lot of the changes that Google is making. They want to see more personalized content. This is really important for kind of like sharing and your experience and your expertise. And then consistently targeting those topics so that over time you're building authority. And the more that you're doing this over the long term, you're really going to build up trust as well, both with your audience and with the search engines. And that's how you're really going to start to, make the kind of gains and progress that you want. Some little additional things I just wanted to throw in here: linking to your pillar pages, like your service pages, your product pages, about us, contact, from within your blog posts. Give users somewhere to go, give them a call to action to lead somewhere. And on the other side of the fence, you can even link to outside resources or higher authority websites and share other important information so that you're kind of also building that trust and credibility with your audience. So really, you're kind of, creating, this sort of like effective blogging experience that is helping you, kind of gain trust and, leads and, sort of like reputation with your audience, and doing all of that at the same time with search engines. And just remember, make a schedule and keep with it. It's not a short race, it's a marathon. And that kind of joke always comes up with social media, but it really is true at blogs too. But the more you stick with it and the more you do it effectively, you're going to continue to grow your business.